Singapore Airlines has a class above first class called suites, and today I'm lucky enough to experience them for myself. There's a separate seat and bed, there's gourmet dining on board, and I get to try 2 different luxury airport lounges today. But that's just the start, because after my first flight I will land in Singapore and have a long layover there, so I'm going to take full advantage of it and spend the night in Singapore's most iconic hotel, all before getting back on Singapore Airlines first class and flying the longest flight in the world from Singapore to New York. Stay tuned, because this journey is going to be crazy. There's a separate boarding area for the suites. I'm the only one here. Hello, how are you?
Good place. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
So my first flight of the day is from Sydney, Australia to Singapore, and they have some very interesting stuff at the Sydney airport here. What is going on in Australia? Canned koala? Canned frog? I mean, I'm just too curious at this point. I think I have to buy one. But the good thing about this airport is there are only a handful of Singapore Airlines airport lounges around the world, and Sydney has one of them. Supposedly, it's really nice.
Did I tell you about going?
Sorry.
Like bugging up.
No, you're okay. No problem. They said we're bugging up your filming. I love Aussie people. It's a little secret entrance over here.
It is actually, nobody knows those.
Cool.
So you have the whole place for yourself. I'm gonna be the menu for you, just sit.
All right, welcome to the first class lounge. There's tons of places to sit. There's a little buffet area, and then there's also a menu where you can order a la carte. My waitress said I have to try the Singapore laksa, so who am I to say no to that? They even have lobster on their menu. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I can't eat lobster this early. I did it. I got the lobster. It's actually lobster scrambled eggs with caviar on top, and it looks amazing. It's very bougie and totally unnecessary to put lobster in scrambled eggs, but it works. It's fantastic. Also, I already housed the laksa. It's a curry broth, seafood noodles with prawns and tofu. Also great. Time to go board. How do I get out of here? Hello? Oh. Thank you so much. Let's go. This seat consistently gets ranked as one of the best first class seats in the sky, so I'm smiling ear to ear right now. This is gonna be awesome.
This is exclusively yours? Oh, okay.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much. How is this even an airplane seat? This is taking up like an entire section of the airplane. It's so big, look at this. So here's the seat right here with TV number 1, and then over here this turns into a bed. And then TV number 2, so when you're laying in bed, you can watch TV. And then this side of the suite, there are amenity kits and pajamas waiting for me. This is a real flower. Like, where are they getting these from? When have you ever seen fresh flowers on a flight before? That's amazing. Before I could even sit down, they brought me mixed nuts and a welcome drink and a menu. And we're like, we're gonna start preparing lunch right now before we even take off. There's still more to this suite that I haven't shown you, but we're about to take off, so just a minute.
It's a pleasure having you on board, and we'll do our best to keep it as comfortable as possible as well.
All right, we have officially reached 38,000 feet, our cruising altitude for today. So before lunch gets here, let's have a little look around the seat. Check this out. The seat actually rotates 360 degrees. So if you want to look at the TV, you can stop here. Or if you want to look out the window, this is very slow, you can stop here. Okay, I'm back. So there are 2 TV screens for the seat. This one is a little bit smaller. It's only for takeoff and landing. And then this seat over here in front of the bed is much larger. It's almost the size as a normal TV, like in your living room. There's also a little remote control where you can control the TV from here. And then if you open up this little hidden door right here, you'll see an outlet to charge and an HDMI plug. I keep meaning to do this and I forget. But with an HDMI, you could plug in a Nintendo Switch into this TV and play Nintendo on this flight. Someone remind me to do this next time, because I want to. And the TV swivels, so you don't have to hurt your neck looking around at it. It's just right there in front of you. My flight attendant saw the background of my phone. She said, "Oh, you have a kid. I have to give you something extra special." She brought me this little bear. Aww. It's the little things. That was so nice. Swiveling back around here. Over on this side, there are Lalique pajamas that were given to every first class passenger, which I'll try on soon, and a Lalique amenity kit, as well as what are supposed to be the nicest headphones in the sky, B&O noise canceling headphones. Inside this amenity kit, there's room spray, perfumed soap, oh jeez, body lotion, lip balm, and a plastic bag? I've never seen this before. Oh, it's to put your toiletries inside when you go through security, maybe? Smart, okay, I like it. I actually collect amenity kits from all the flights I go on, so this will be a nice one to add to the collection. It's a nice leather bag. Of course, this right behind me turns into the bed. This is one of only 3 flights in the world that has a separate seat and bed on the airline. Alright, it is lunchtime. One thing I love doing on flights with big menus is I tell the flight attendants to just bring me whatever their favorite dishes are. Today, I'm starting off with the famous Singapore Airlines caviar. And then whatever's after this, I'm not sure. But there's a very extensive menu, so I'm excited to see what she brings me. So this caviar right here is about $300 a tin. Ugh. How do you open this? Oh my gosh, I feel crazy. Apparently I don't eat caviar enough to know how to do this. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay, so with caviar, you have to eat it with a mother of pearl spoon, because if you eat it with a metal spoon, the taste will be off. First you hit it with some creme fraiche, some egg whites and egg yolks, chives, and finally the caviar. Oh man. The warm blinis are just like little pancakes, but everything combined together just works perfectly. I don't know why fish eggs taste good, but they do. And course number 2 is a prawn ravioli and tomato broth, but there's no ravioli in here and there's no prawn in it. It's just noodles in a tomato soup. This is the only dish I've ever had on Singapore Airlines that's not banging, just mid. Sorry, I'm just being honest. Alright, it is time for the main event. My flight attendant told me this is the best main course on the menu, so let's give it a try. Everything on this menu was curated by a Singaporean chef, and Singapore Airlines always has the best food of any airline in my opinion. So this is the slow roasted crispy pork belly with cabbage, potatoes, bacon, and green beans. That pork belly is crispy on top, soft in the middle, flavorful. The green beans and cabbage seasoned perfectly. This is a great dish. The final course, a chocolate walnut brownie with chocolate ice cream.
Yes, okay.
That was so good. Let's go get changed into some comfy clothes. So there's no shower on board this aircraft like there is on an Emirates or Etihad A380 plane, but this is still a massive bathroom. There's this little area you can sit down. Is this called a powder room? Powder station? I don't know. There's more amenities in here like a razor, toothbrush, and a hairbrush. And as Ryan Trahan says, it's jammy time! Oh, look at this. So while I was gone, my flight attendant made my seat into a bed for me. This is already such an amazing suite, but it's even better if you're traveling with someone, because this seat and the one next to it actually turn into a full-size bed. So this wall will go down and you can lay next to whoever you're traveling with. But unfortunately, I'm by myself today. She even put the bear on the bed for me. So, full transparency, I've flown in Singapore Airlines suites before, but it was an overnight flight. It was only 5 hours, and I was exhausted, so I ended up sleeping most of the flight. This flight is longer, so I'm gonna tuck into a movie and just enjoy this flight and not sleep at all. Did I fall asleep? How did that tea get there? It happened again. Oh no, we're about to land. So I wanted to try something on this flight. I saw someone who flew this said that this suite is big enough to work out in. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, sorry. That might have been the fastest 8 hours of my life. But I'm not even halfway through this journey yet. We still have some epic flight coming up. Before I get off this flight, everyone always wants to know how much this costs. People assume it's like $10,000, $20,000 for this suite. I've never paid near that much. So the first time I flew this, I flew from Mumbai to Singapore, and it was 58,000 miles, which I just transferred over from American Express. This time from Sydney to Singapore is 93,000 miles for 8 hours in this, which you can get free from signing up for credit cards. And even if you pay the cash cost of this, I looked, the cash cost of this flight that I'm on right now was $2,700. So again, I know that's not cheap, but when the economy ticket is almost $1,000, I don't think it's too bad. So if you're looking to fly this, hopefully that's helpful. Let's go check out the Singapore Airlines first class lounge in Singapore. Thank you so much. Amazing flight. Thank you. Have a good one. Welcome to Singapore, the greatest airport in the world, where you can do things like bounce on a bouncy net overlooking the Jewel, go down a slide, visit a butterfly garden, watch a free movie. The options are endless, and I'm gonna try and get to some of that. But first, gotta check out the lounge. So just like in Sydney, there is a separate area for business and first class, but there's even another separate area called the private room for suites customers, and that's where I've just walked into. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this lounge is pretty crazy. There's an actual orange tree in here, and I didn't know what to do with that, so I picked one just to see if they were real, and they are. Why is there an orange tree? The main difference between the private room and the first and business class lounge is that this is more like a restaurant. So there's a full a la carte menu where you can order whatever you want, as if I haven't eaten enough food today. There are shower rooms in here and nap rooms. So it has been a long day. I'm gonna eat a little bit of food, again what the waitress recommends, and then maybe try and take a nap. First up is dumpling soup. Oh yeah. Waitress said that she didn't know what she wanted to get for me, so she's like, maybe I'll just bring out a bunch of dishes. So I'm excited to see what comes. But of all the lounges I've been in, this one is up there with the nicest. I also like how we're just looking out over the other terminals right now. Oh, thank you. Oh wow, this is a feast. Thank you so much. I accidentally pulled out one of the oranges off the orange tree. Thank you. So it looks like I have chicken satay, a bowl of pork, prawns, scallops, and noodles, and a salmon over rice with eggs and caviar. It's gonna be a lot of eating today. I'm here for it. Singapore Airlines is famous for their chicken satay, so I feel like I need to give these a try. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Alright, so I do have my stay at Marina Bay Sands coming up, but I did want to show you this room just in case anyone is coming to stay here, you know what it looks like. So these are the nap pods inside the private room. You can rent them for up to 2 hours. There is a bed. Holy cow, that's the most comfortable bed I've ever felt. It says it's a Temper 0G mattress. That's wild. There's a reclining chair over here. There's a desk to work on. More Singapore Airlines slippers. It shows you how you can change the bed to whatever position you want to sleep in, apparently. Wow, that's cool. Or you can choose whatever essential oils you want and call the staff in, and they'll put them in that air humidifier over there. Wow, this is next level. I feel like I have to try this real quick. All right, I'm going to zero gravity. Okay, I'll buy it. This is actually very comfortable. Oh, what am I still doing here? Let's go check in.
And now it's time for a bucket list hotel stay that I have been looking forward to for a long time.
I'm going to be spending the next 24 hours in Singapore's most iconic hotel.
The Marina Bay Sands is the most famous hotel in Singapore, with 3 gigantic buildings all beautifully constructed to connect together, overlooking the entire city of Singapore, including the gardens by the bay.
The Marina Bay Sands cost $6.8 billion to build, making it the most expensive casino hotel in the world.
Not only that, but it's also home to maybe the most scenic infinity pool in the world. This hotel is not cheap though.
I paid $631 for one night. I bought that when they were having a sale, and most people pay about $1,000 a night, even for the basic rooms. So let's go get checked in, see what this hotel is all about. My room wasn't quite ready for check-in yet, so I'm just walking around exploring the hotel. There is a full shopping mall inside of this hotel with a Venice-like canal with boats running through it. What is this place? I came into this massive food hall that has all sorts of different Asian restaurants. This place in particular caught my eye.
这个鱼，这个叫什么？yeah, 青菜吧。好了好了，谢谢。
It's basically like a much more authentic, much better version of a Panda Express, where you pick your base and then all sorts of meats and vegetables. I have chicken, fish, green beans, broccoli, cauliflower, vegetables. Looks amazing. Asian food is the best in the world.
I did get a pleasant surprise when I checked in, however. I'd been upgraded to a suite with a magnificent view. The room is very big with a comfortable bed and a gorgeous bathroom. The hotel is a perfect stopover for me before I board the longest flight in the world tomorrow. There's just one thing I need to do before I check out of here. And just like that, it's back to the airport to board this mammoth 18-hour flight from Singapore to New York City.
This business class ticket does include entrance into Singapore Air's Silver Chris Lounge, which is one of my favorites here. Look how stunning this entrance is. My favorite part of this lounge is that they have a fresh noodle station where you can create your own noodle bowls. Hi, how are you? I will do the laksa, please. Yes, thank you. And not only noodles, but freshly made dim sum. I love this place. And of course, some Western stuff as well. Believe it or not, I was actually going to sit in economy on this flight because the business class was so expensive. I paid $1,500 for an economy seat, but then I decided to do some more research. The business class seat from Singapore to JFK was around $4,000, I believe, but a business class seat from Jakarta to JFK with a layover in Singapore was $1,700. Now, why airlines do this, I have no idea. It's the exact same flight, just with one more stopover. So I canceled my economy ticket, booked the business for $200 more. It doesn't always work, but a lot of times it does work to fly from a different airport. Wow, those noodles are good. Can't eat too much though, because I have some surprise meals waiting for me on board Singapore Airlines. Hint, Michelin star meal. This flight today is special because it is on an aircraft called an A350 ULH, ultra long haul. It's the only airplane of its kind that's designed to be able to go this far without refueling. The other unique thing is that there is no first class and no economy class on this flight, only business and premium economy. Perfect, thank you. Let's go get on board. Hello, how are you guys? Good. Thank you so much.
Hello, good afternoon.
Here it is, home for the next 18 hours. This honestly feels more like a first class seat than a business class seat. Look how much room there is. Could fit 2 of me here. Is it weird that I'm this excited to spend 18 hours in this seat right here? I'm probably the only one. All right, we have taken off from a very rainy Singapore, reached our cruising altitude of 40,000 feet. Let's have a quick look around the seat. Right in front of me, the TV is 18 inches and feels really big. There are 2 storage compartments, one there and a mirror, so you can check in on yourself through the 18 hours and see how you're looking. There's more storage down inside here with noise canceling headphones and a water bottle. There's one outlet for charging and 2 USBs, as well as an HDMI. So if you have a portable Xbox, bring it on board, plug it in, play video games for 18 hours. This is how you control the TV. There are hundreds and hundreds of different movies. And then right when we got on board, the FA brought me some slippers, socks, and an eye mask. The legroom situation is a little bit funky. There's not a lot of legroom right in front of the seat, but over on the side or right up here, you can stretch your legs out. The seat can be controlled from here and go into a fully lie flat position. I have been traveling so fast-paced the last couple of weeks. I think one of the reasons I'm so excited for this flight is just to sleep. I can't do anything else, I have to sleep. But the part I am most excited for is the food. There is an extensive menu curated by 7 different chefs on board. This onboard menu is great. There are 2 or 3 options for entrees, 1 or 2 options for appetizers, but you can do something called Book the Cook. And if you pre-order your meals in advance, you can choose from hundreds of different options, including Singaporean food, Western, Asian. So I have pre-ordered 2 very special meals, which should be coming out soon, that I cannot wait for. The first course for lunch is here. It is a bowl of mixed nuts, and I went with something light for the drink, with sparkling water and orange juice. I also just learned that they don't give out amenity kits to everybody unless you ask. So I asked for one. Let's see what's inside. You have to be the Hulk to open it. Okay, there are 3 things. A lotion, lip balm, and facial mist. I wonder what facial mist is for. Ooh, it's refreshing. It also comes in this nice Penhaligon's bag. Whatever that is. No, that's okay.
Another drink?
Yes, please. It's another mocktail. You can choose whatever one you
With
want.
apple
Surprise
juice.
me. Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you. Oh, lovely. What is that one?
Sesame.
Yeah, can I do that?
Okay,
And
all right.
one,
It's more like
one.
a puff.
Yeah,
And
great.
garlic.
One garlic. Yeah. Wow, that garlic bread looks good. Thank you.
Would you like another one?
No, that's okay. Ooh, this looks good. The next course has arrived. Marinated salmon with capers and some fresh hot bread on the side. That salmon is really fresh, really delicious, and honestly some of the best I've ever had. As good as it is, the next course is going to be even better. Bum, 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 bum. A Michelin star rated meal on an airplane. This is Singaporean noodles with roasted pork, bok choy, and steamed wontons on the side. One of the best meals I've ever had on an airplane. Oh my gosh. Just bursting with flavor, cooked perfectly. I'm so happy right now. One of the benefits of flying from Singapore to somewhere else is they have the best catering in the world on the ground in Singapore, so you're able to order meals like this. I only ordered this chocolate and vanilla ice cream for dessert, but the flight attendant was like, we have extra banana cheesecake if you want to try one. It's really good. And who am I to turn down a flight attendant's recommendation? It's like a 6 out of 10, a little too sweet for me. But that's good. And we still have like 15 and a half more hours. They don't offer pajamas in business class, but I have saved my pajamas from the Singapore Air first class flight I just did a few days ago. Much better. Since no one is seated in the aisle seat next to me, the flight attendant has made that bed up for me to sleep in. The bed is different from any other business class seat I've been on. The seat actually folds down, and then your legs go in that side footwell. It's not a lay straight bed like I'm used to, it's at an angle, so I'm curious to see how comfortable it is. I'm gonna try and adjust my body to US time. I think I'm a fan. It's pretty comfortable. Well, my body clock is a little messed up, so I was only able to sleep for about 2 hours, but it was a lovely 2 hours. That bed is very comfortable. And once again, it is time for more food. Thank you.
Thank you.
That looks so good. Starting with the famous Singapore Air chicken satay. I actually pre-ordered this on Book the Cook just in case they didn't have it, but they were offering it on today's flight. It's seasoned perfectly. This peanut sauce is served with this spicy and sweet. Fabulous. I don't know what type of bread this is. It just peels apart. It's layered so beautifully, almost like a croissant. We are already 10 hours into our journey and it feels like it's going by too fast, believe it or not. It really does. Singapore and New York are about as close as you can come to being on exact opposite sides of the world from each other. So you could fly this route either east or west and it would still take about the same amount of time. I have a Singaporean style seafood noodle here for dinner. The food on this flight has been exceptionally good. And the seat is so comfortable. I love how it wings out like this, because even though it doesn't have a door that shuts for privacy, it feels like you're in your own room because of this. I'm gonna gain about 10 pounds from this flight alone. I spent the last little bit getting some work done, watched a movie, and then slept a little more. And I was woken up to an announcement that we're beginning our descent into New York. It's gone by way too fast. Can't believe we're almost there.
At your seat, put your seat back upright and
There's just nothing quite like watching a beautiful sunset out a plane window.
Airlines, and we look forward to see you again soon.
Thank you guys so much. Amazing flight. Have a nice day. Welcome to New York City. What a fantastic flight experience. I think what I loved most is just how relaxed I was throughout the entire trip. I was forced to slow down and just enjoy it all. I would do that trip again in a heartbeat. It honestly went by way too fast.